Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. You may have seen our next guest in ads at your favorite stores, but he's not your average male model. He's a former teacher turned influencer and the author of the new book, Be a Good Man, Not a Nice Guy. It's our pleasure to welcome Kelvin Davis, a true Renaissance man. Kelvin, it's so nice to see you.
Hey, it's nice to see you too. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Well, tell me about this concept, good man versus nice guy. What is the difference?
So nice guys and good men are kind of the same at the surface, but what's different in between a nice guy and a good man is that a nice guy is very performance based and he does everything for validation, sometimes to a fault. And the good man is very in tune with his character, his morals, and he often speaks his mind, even though it's unpopular and sometimes uncomfortable.
That makes sense. So what inspired you to put this all down and put it out as a book?
Well, as a former nice guy, I spent all my life, wondering why things didn't go a certain way. And, really around 2021, when I got separated from my now ex-wife, I started to realize, I've played this role of being a nice guy for so long. I've done a lot of things for just the approval and validation of others, and I haven't really lived my true self. So I started this journey of like trying to figure out who I am and, trying to make that transition from nice guy to good man. And luckily, I've been very successful at it to the point where I feel like I need to help other guys ditch the nice guy act and pick up the purpose of being a good man.
I think a lot of people can relate to that moment of realization of, hey, I need to make a change, but I'm not sure how to keep moving forward. So I love that you kind of distilled what you figured out and put it down on paper. I know fashion is a big part of your world too, right? You're very dapper. Tell me about
Thank you.
approaching getting dressed every day.
Yeah, so I honestly get dressed off of mood. So I know a lot of people, they will have their outfits picked out for the week or for the day. I'm kind of a guy that just goes based off of the mood, and I've been that way ever since I was a kid. And when I was about like 7 years old, it was my mother who was doing my laundry, and I didn't like the way she did it because she didn't fold my clothes and color coordinated. So I was like, you know what? I want to do my own laundry. So she taught me how to do it. And ever since then, I've kind of just picked up my own, way of doing things as far as like having my closet color coordinated and really dressing in the way that I want to. And luckily, I've had parents that have really, embraced who that inside of me. And, no matter how creative or out there that I was, they always were like, you just march to the beat of your own drum, and we love
From
it.
day one, it sounds like. So what do they think of all the things that you're up to now, especially with fashion and modeling?
They love it. Honestly, both both of my parents, whenever I was about in middle school, I used to shop at. Oh,
There's
look at
mom
my
and
mom.
you. That's so
When
sweet.
when I was about in middle school, I used to shop in the Huskies section. And I remember going in there and seeing this ad of Tyson Beckford for Polo. And I remember seeing him, and that was like my first time seeing a dark skinned model. And I was like, man, I really want to do that. So really, it's been inside of me ever since I was a kid. So it's awesome that now in my 30s that it's been able to come into, this whole career. And it's just awesome that my mother can go to Target to get some dog food, and she can see her baby boy.
Well, and it must be so special to share this with your daughters too. I know you are so
Yes,
passionate about being a girl dad and being able to show them that you accomplished your dreams.
of course. Yeah, it's very important for me to instill confidence and to instill inside of them that they can do anything no matter what, right? So watching them live this dream and watching them, see me do it from like point A all the way to point like Z now, right? Because they've been there since I was, an art teacher, and they just know me as just being dad, right? But now, that they're older, they see me and they're like, I just saw you in Target, Dad. And now they have cell phones and they take pictures and they send them to me. So it's really awesome that that we are able to share those moments, because I know it gives them confidence, and I know it gives them the ability to really go after everything that they want to do in this life.
I love that. They're such beautiful girls, and I bet they keep you humble too, giving you an eye roll every once and then, right?
Oh yes, especially the 14-year-old,
Yep.
especially when it comes to that Snapchat. I'm like, you know what?
They got to keep us in check. Make sure mom and dad are on the straight and narrow. Kelvin, thank you so much for spending some time with us today. It was great chatting with you.
It was great. Thank you so much.
Okay, the book again is Be a Good Man, Not a Nice Guy, and we'll have more information on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.